Welcome to EV Morning. You grab yourself a coffee and we'll bring you the latest EV news. My name is Martyn Lee. Welcome to the Vox Network. Here's everything you need to know about the latest from the world of electric vehicles. And it's always nice to have some positive news to kick off the show, and that is all about Lucid Motors finishing their factory. It's in the US and they've called it the AMP1 plant, Advanced Manufacturing Plant. It's been made in Casa Grande in Arizona, and Lucids say it's now finished within 1 year of breaking ground on the 590-acre site on December the 2nd, 2019. Well, Lucid's plant at its current stage will make about 30,000 vehicles a year. That's 30,000 Lucid Airs a year. And that's going to supply the global market, by the way. They will start in North America. Lucid is now busy with the commissioning of production equipment, and they'll start series production of customer cars not far away, spring 2021. Before that happens, over the next few weeks, Lucid's going to be building what they call production representative versions of the Air, and that means fine-tuning their production lines. Well, the roadmap is from top to bottom, expensive to cheapest. The Lucid Air, Dream Editions, the Grand Touring, the Touring, and it's now called, the base model was just Lucid Air, they've now called it the Pure, which comes in 2022. The Pure will kick off at $69,900. According to Lucid, their AMP1 facility was designed with a future-ready focus that allows for additional phases of expansion at the site. In total, 4 phases are planned to almost the end of the decade, 2028. The final form will have the manufacturing capacity of 400,000 pure electric cars every single year. This plan sounds interesting, really ambitious as well, and starting early 2021, Lucid Motors will move forward with the second phase of their plan, and that is to make an SUV. They're calling it Project Gravity, and the car will arrive in 2023. So moving on, and let's talk a little bit about batteries. Every car maker now realizes they need as many batteries as they can get, and they need them yesterday. So for the battery makers, they're having a field day, and LG Chem is one of those. According to a report from the news agency Reuters, sources are indicating a big increase in battery cell production by LG Chem for one of their biggest customers, and that would be Tesla. Now, Tesla needs more cylindrical battery cells in China. They are what is known as, the form factor of 2170 cells. They're like big cylindrical batteries, basically, and they need them for their Model 3 and their Model Y. Not only that, reportedly they'll be using LG Chem cells in Europe, in Giga Berlin, as well as the new 4680 cells. They're the even bigger ones made by Tesla themselves in Berlin. Well, LG Chem is going to invest $500 million in lithium-ion battery facilities in China to make these cells for Tesla, to add 8 gigawatt hours of annual capacity, to increase from 8 production lines to 17, and that should be enough for most of the Model 3 and the Model Y to come out of Tesla's Shanghai plant. And the entry-level Model 3, remember, doesn't come with those cells. It comes with different ones from a company called CATL. Ford have revealed an even hotter Mustang Mach-e. They've called it the GT Performance Edition. Ford announcing it's coming out with a souped-up performance edition of their Mustang Mach-e GT, and it looks spectacular. Ford saying the Performance Edition will join the already fast electric pony as an even quicker variant. The GT and GT Performance will be available late next summer. So how quick will it go? Ford say they're targeting 3.5 seconds, 0 to 62 miles an hour. That's 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. A range of 235 miles and 480 horsepowers. The Mach-e GT Performance Edition will have an 88 kilowatt hour battery pack. Aside from more power, it's also going to have sporty features: a new grille, new badging, new front brakes, Brembo brake calipers, and new wheels as well. Inside, the Mach-e GT Performance Edition has new sculpted racing seats and aluminium appliques inside to give it that sporty feel. Let's talk some of the German EV manufacturers, BMW and the i7 electric sedan, getting the full rundown of the all-electric BMW i7. Now, it's not been easy to get the research done on this car. The German automaker isn't interested in spilling the details before they're ready to show the car off. But the magazine called Car has a scoop that many of the i7's aspects have been decided already, like the battery, a 100 kilowatt hour battery pack, giving it over 300 miles of range, and all-wheel drive, and 536 horsepower. While the BMW i7 will compete with the likes of Mercedes-Benz EQS and other electric sedans, it will arrive late to the party, in comparison at least. Mercedes is bringing on their EQS in 2022, BMW's i7 not until 2023. Talking of Mercedes, let's finish off the news this week with some news about Mercedes-Benz trademarking some new names, which is a bit of a giveaway about the kind of cars that we can see. The EQE will be the electric equivalent of an E-Class sedan, sitting on its own electric platform. And now there's going to be an SUV version, much like the EQS sedan and EQS SUV. They come in pairs. So there'll be an SUV version of the EQE, and the high-performance bit of Mercedes AMG want to have a little play as well. Trademark filings reveal some new names have been registered. The EQE 43, the EQE 53, the EQE 63, suggesting that the sedan version will get the AMG treatment. Hey, we've got time for one more story. As we're in Germany, let's talk Volkswagen Group and the CEO, Herbert Diess, talking about how he's chosen one of the Volkswagen brands to lead the electric charge. In a recent LinkedIn blog called How We Transform Volkswagen, Herbert Diess refers to Mission T. It's how they're going to compete with Tesla. A lengthy blog post covered off how they're going to use Audi as the transitional leader, taking the German luxury brand and developing it and sharing software and EV parts with the rest of the 12 brands in the Volkswagen Group, but letting Audi lead the way. How he organised a workshop 5 years ago of senior executives with a goal of how they can beat and catch up with Tesla. The results of the workshop pointed to Volkswagen's need for a new, highly efficient electric car, with Audi leading the way. 5 years later, we have some of those cars finally hitting the road. And that's all the news that we have for you this time. Leave your comment below and what you think about the stories that we've told you. We'd love to continue the conversation, and we'll see you next time.